First thing that you need to knock out are the details. It's a good way to get into the day. It's a good way to start practicing. It's a good way to get to know what's going on. We'll get into the bride and groom prep here in a second, but first, details. You want to cover exactly what's going on. These are good filler shots for like a photo album. These are good filler shots to see other vendors work, like the flowers. They're just good to capture the moment and the day. We really want to kind of capture a story. The big thing is storytelling. You're going to hear me saying that a lot, but as a big collective thing, you want to get those little detailed insert shots. It's kind of like a movie when someone, does something big. You want to get an insert shot of like that key inserting into the lock or that hand opening the door, stuff like that. So here at Phil's wedding, we're going to use these two weddings. Phil's wedding is having a bouquet here tied to one of the pews. It was one of the first things I shot. I walked in, checked it out, just testing my exposure, but also capturing a really nice detailed shot. We'll move on kind of quickly here. Here is a box. This is a little out of focus. I think the next one's a little better, but you can see here that I'm trying to capture exactly the details of the day. They created a box with Isabel and Phil on the top here and a heart, and then the day of their wedding. So they're able to really kind of make something special out of their rings. This is the ring box. So you can see I try to bring it out to where the ceremony was. You hear me talk about it a lot, but here's a blue hue that was coming from the ceremony. It's kind of a nice way to kind of conjoin all the photos because a lot of them have that same little blue reflection. Again, here's a better, even closer macro shot of the box. 318. This shot could be used as a very fantastic cover for a photo album. It says the day. It has the box. There's a lot of story. You can see that it's hand painted. It's really cool detail to kind of have. Here is part of the wedding. There's this big window in there, a couple of windows that really had a lot of light shining through. I'm trying to get details of the actual venue to kind of show exactly what it kind of looks like and kind of create a sort of atmosphere. Because there's tons of light here, I kind of I closed down to 320 of a second to kind of silhouette it a little bit. Just to go back really quick, you can see here that I'm shooting at a 2.8 and a 400. Again, making things look professional. The best way is to put things really in focus and really out of focus. That's that cinematic professional look, the look that iPhones and phones won't get. And I talk more about that in the next section. Here we go. This is kind of the bride and the groom's family getting ready. You can see one of these bouquets across the back of the pew. You can see the groom's mom and everyone is kind of getting ready with the veil. Everyone's kind of planning out and putting these on the back of the pews. It's a good detail shot, and it's also good to kind of start telling the story. When you move into the bride's room, you're going to want to start to get shots of the dress. The dress is kind of a big deal for a lot of people, and it's kind of a once-in-a-lifetime thing. It's very traditional. You want to try and get a wide shot, a medium shot, and more of a detailed shot. I'm going to skip over these rings really quick, but here's a more close-up shot of Isabel's dress before she puts it on. It definitely looks different on the person than it does on a hanger. You want to sometimes, I carry a nice wooden hanger with me. Luckily, they had a nice one, but sometimes have a wooden hanger or a black felt hanger because sometimes there might be an ugly wire hanger or an ugly plastic hanger, and you want this to look really nice. You want the presentation to look, elegant. So here's a more close detailed shot. You can tell I'm a little bit more macroed in here, but we're at a 2.8 to kind of have that fall off. But I felt like that covered it a little bit easier. Not as much fall off as far as focus goes because this is a detailed shot. It's a little bit of a better shot. Here I took them out, and I think it's a little nice to see them here. There's a lot of room in the cameras I'm using, so you could cut in and crop in if we needed to. Just beautiful available light coming in. You can kind of see the reflection of me in there, which you could take out if you really wanted to get more detailed, but I don't think you need to. This is a pretty clear, concise shot of their rings that they're going to be wearing for the rest of their lives.